Hey guys, it's Coach Ahmed, Streams Academy again. This is our second video on how to hit the speed bag for beginners. If you're a complete beginner and you haven't watched our first video, I highly recommend you go there first. I'll put a link for it in here in the description. Watch it. It's going to show you a lot of the basics before you come in to the next step. In this trick, we're going to go over what I call a straight curl punch trick. It's the second step up. Still in the basics, but it's kind of fancier move, and it looks like this. I'm going to execute and then we'll break it down. Basically, I'm striking the bag twice on the right hand, then twice on the left hand. However, this time I'm not using the same curl motion. I'm starting with a straight punch followed by a curl punch. When I do that, I want to keep in mind one very important thing. I don't want to turn my wrist. I don't want to use my wrist at all, as a matter of fact, in anything related to boxing. I want to keep my wrist isolated to avoid injury. So what I notice, a lot of people, when they learn this trick in particular, they start compensating for the space by turning their wrist and using a snake hit when they punch. You will develop very bad habit, and I highly recommend against it. The secret to doing it right is basically pulling your shoulder back just before you punch. You notice, create enough room for my punch to come straight. So load your shoulder back, maybe back up from the bag as well. Give yourself enough room to straighten your punch. Don't turn your wrist or curl it. You start with the right hand, straight, strike it with the front side of your fist, preferably the top two knuckles. Keep your arm out there, and then you curl from the elbow and you strike from the bottom of the fist. Again. One more time. The number of times the bag needs to rebound is normal number of rebounds on any trick. 3 times. It goes 1, 2, 3. And just before it reaches the center, which is the sweet spot, you go ahead and strike on the second with the second strike. Here it goes again. Now once you hit the straight and the curl on the right side, your left side should be loaded back, cocked back, and ready for its turn. It's going to go the same exact thing, straight punch, curl, and then your right hand should be locked and loaded on this side, and we go with straight punch, curl, straight, curl, straight, curl. Notice every time I finish with one arm and I retreat it, it goes back to my face. Develop good habits, as we discussed in the first video. Very bad habits are when people drop their hands here as they punch and they come back up. When you progress and you start developing some serious skills, this is going to be very bad. You're not going to be able to catch the bag, when it's going really fast. So early on, keep your hands up by your face. Remember that at all times. I always say, try to touch your face with your fist to develop a habit, and you'll always end up going back to your face. So here's the trick now in real time. Slow, as we always say. Speed is the enemy of technique. When you start, you'll always want to try to slow yourself down, develop the technique, learn the movement, and once you are good at it, start experimenting with going faster. And then, as fast as you can. Thank you for watching. And watch out for our next videos for fancier moves. Take care.